Something feels wrong at Heartland. The sun may rise over the golden fields like always, but there's a shadow lingering, one that Jack Bartlett can't ignore. Nathan's been acting strange lately. He smiles, but his eyes tell another story. And when Jack's instincts kick in, they never lie. This time, his gut tells him that Nathan is hiding something dark, something that could tear the peace of Heartland apart. The day starts like any other at the ranch. Amy is out early, training a new horse that came in from a nearby farm. The air smells of hay and morning dew, and the sound of hooves fills the quiet valley. From the porch, Jack watches with his usual mix of pride and calm. But as his eyes move toward the barn, he sees Nathan standing alone, hands in his pockets, staring at the ground. At first, Jack thinks nothing of it. Maybe Nathan's just tired. But then, as Amy calls out to him, Nathan startles, almost like he's been caught doing something he shouldn't. He forces a smile, waves, and walks toward the stables. Jack frowns. Something about that reaction doesn't sit right. Later that day, while helping Tim check the fences, Jack notices Nathan again. He's supposed to be loading hay, but instead, he's on his phone, whispering. His back is turned, and his voice is low, sharp, almost angry. Jack pretends not to notice, but every word burns in his mind. The only phrase he catches is, "I told you not to call me here." When Nathan sees Jack walking over, he quickly ends the call and starts talking about feed prices, as if nothing happened that evening. Jack sits at the kitchen table with Lou and Amy. They're laughing about something Katie said earlier, but Jack's not really listening. His eyes drift to the window, where he sees Nathan walking out of the barn again, this time with a small duffel bag. It's late, too late for errands. Jack doesn't say a word, but his heart feels heavy. He's seen this kind of behavior before: the nervous glances, the sudden disappearances, the weight of something left unsaid. It reminds him of the old days when Ty struggled with secrets of his own. As the night settles in, Jack walks out to the porch, hands in his coat pockets, watching the truck lights fade into the distance. A soft breeze moves through the trees. Heartland has always been a place of truth, family, and healing, but tonight, it feels like a lie is growing somewhere among them. And Jack knows one thing for sure. If Nathan's hiding something, the truth won't stay buried for long. The next morning, Heartland feels strangely quiet. The usual comfort of sunrise, the soft golden glow over the barn, the sound of horses rustling in their stalls doesn't calm Jack like it usually does. Instead, it reminds him of what he saw last night. Nathan driving away, headlights fading into the dark. He didn't tell anyone, not yet. Jack's the kind of man who waits, watches, and lets the truth reveal itself. But deep down, he already knows something's not right. At breakfast, Nathan sits at the table, acting like nothing happened. He jokes with Amy about a stubborn horse and even offers to fix the broken fence later. But Jack notices every detail. The nervous twitch of Nathan's hand, the dark circles under his eyes, the way he avoids eye contact when Jack speaks. It's all too familiar. Jack's seen that same look in men carrying secrets they're afraid to face. Later that day, while Amy and Lou head into Hudson, Jack stays behind. He pretends to be working on the old tractor, but his mind's not on the engine. Instead, his eyes follow Nathan, who's once again sneaking glances at his phone. When Nathan thinks no one's watching, he steps behind the barn and answers a call. His voice is low but filled with worry. Jack edges closer, silent as a shadow. The wind carries only pieces of the conversation. "I can't let them find out. It'll ruin everything. I'm doing my best to keep it quiet." Jack's chest tightens. "Keep what quiet?" He doesn't interrupt. Not yet. When Nathan finishes, he leans against the fence, his shoulders heavy. For a moment, Jack almost feels sorry for him. Whatever the secret is, it's eating him alive. But pity doesn't erase danger. Jack knows that lies, even small ones, can break the strongest families. That night, when everyone's asleep, Jack grabs his coat and keys. He can't shake the feeling that Nathan's heading somewhere again. The truck's gone, just like before. So Jack follows the faint tire tracks down the dusty road until the lights of Hudson come into view. There, parked behind the old feed mill, he spots Nathan's truck. Through the shadows, Jack sees Nathan meeting a stranger, a man in a dark jacket. They talk quietly, their faces tense. Jack can't hear the words, but when the man hands Nathan a sealed envelope, Jack's breath catches. He knows that look. The look of a man haunted by something from his past. As Nathan drives off, Jack stays still for a long moment. The stars above him seem colder now. He doesn't have proof yet, but he doesn't need it. He's lived long enough to know when a storm is coming. And this one feels personal. The next morning, the sky hangs heavy with clouds, as if the weather itself senses what's about to happen. Jack stands by the barn, sipping his coffee, eyes fixed on Nathan, who's working unusually hard. He's brushing down horses that don't need it, cleaning stalls that were cleaned yesterday. It's the kind of busyness that comes from guilt, not duty. Jack's seen it before in Ty, in Tim, even in himself. Finally, Jack decides enough is enough. He walks over, slow but steady, boots crunching on gravel. Nathan freezes when he hears Jack's voice. "Long night?" Jack asks, his tone calm but sharp as a knife. Nathan laughs weakly. "Couldn't sleep much. That's all." Jack studies him for a moment. The man looks cornered already, even without a question. His shoulders sag, eyes flicker away. Jack crosses his arms. "You've been going out late, Nathan. Meeting people in town. Now, I don't need to know your every move, but if there's something that could hurt this family, I do need to know that." The words hang between them like a storm cloud. Nathan opens his mouth, closes it, then lets out a long sigh. His voice is low, shaky. "I didn't mean for any of this to follow me here," he says. "It was supposed to be over." Jack steps closer. "What was?" Nathan looks away, staring at the ground. "Before I came to Heartland, I worked for a company in Hudson. They were buying up land, cheap land that didn't belong to them, fair and square. I didn't know at first. I thought it was all legal. But by the time I figured it out, people had already lost their homes. One of those families was someone you knew, Jack. The Myers." Jack's eyes narrow. The name hits him like a punch to the chest. The Myers were old ranching friends, good people who lost everything when a development company forced them out. He remembers visiting them the week before they left, their kids crying as the moving truck pulled away. Nathan's voice cracks. "I tried to fix it. I even went to the company's lawyer, but they said if I talked, I'd lose my job, and they'd ruin me. I took the payout, quit, and left town. I thought it was buried." Jack's jaw tightens. He turns away, anger rising not just at what Nathan did, but at the kind of man he let himself become. "So you came here," Jack says slowly, "thinking this place would wash your sins clean." Nathan doesn't answer. His silence says everything. For a long moment, the only sound is the wind rattling the barn doors. Jack finally speaks, his voice low but firm. "You can't hide from your past, Nathan. Not here. Not at Heartland." Nathan nods, tears glistening in his eyes. "I know, Jack. I just didn't want Amy or the others to think I was the kind of man who destroys lives." Jack stares at him, eyes heavy with disappointment but not hate. "Then prove you're not. Because right now, you've got two choices: bury this deeper, or face it head on." Nathan swallows hard. "What would you do?" Jack looks out across the fields to land that's seen love, loss, and redemption. "I'd tell the truth," he says, "even if it breaks you." That night, Heartland feels heavier than ever. The sky is painted in deep shades of blue, the kind that seem to pull the world into silence. Jack sits alone on the porch, the old wooden boards creaking under his boots. In his hand, a cup of untouched coffee has long gone cold. The memory of Nathan's confession replays in his mind, word for word. The truth is out, but what to do with it now? That's the part that tears at him. Inside the house, Amy laughs softly with Lindy over bedtime stories, and Lou hums in the kitchen as she cleans up. Everything feels peaceful, almost perfect. But Jack knows that peace is fragile. He's seen it before, too many times. One secret, one mistake, can split even the strongest family apart. He looks out toward the barn where the lights are still on. Nathan's there, working late again, maybe trying to lose himself in chores he doesn't need to do. Jack understands that too. Hard work has always been the easiest way to escape guilt. But guilt doesn't fade, it lingers, waiting for the quiet moments when the mind can't hide anymore. For a long while, Jack doesn't move. The night wind brushes against his face, carrying the smell of hay and earth. It's the scent of home, of all he's fought to protect. And yet, for the first time in a long time, he feels unsure. Should he tell Amy what Nathan's done? Should he give Nathan the chance to confess himself? Jack's always believed in second chances, but he's also a man who knows that honesty is what holds Heartland together. He remembers the look on Nathan's face, broken, regretful, terrified. It wasn't the look of a man proud of his choices. It was the look of someone haunted. Jack knows that kind of look. He's seen it in his own reflection after losing Marian, after every mistake that left a scar on his heart. He leans back in his chair and mutters under his breath, "People can change, but not if they keep running." As the clock ticks toward midnight, Jack stands and grabs his jacket. The decision feels heavy but clear. He can't carry Nathan's secret for him. That kind of burden destroys a man from the inside out. If Nathan really wants to start over at Heartland, it has to begin with the truth. Before heading inside, Jack glances up at the night sky, stars scattered like memories he can't forget. Marian once told him, "Truth hurts for a while, but lies hurt forever." He whispers those words now, quietly, like a prayer. Tomorrow, he'll talk to Nathan again. Not as a boss, not even as a friend, but as someone who's made his own share of mistakes and lived to see the cost. Jack knows what he has to do, but deep down, he also knows, once the truth leaves Nathan's lips, nothing at Heartland will ever be the same again. The sun sinks low behind the mountains, painting Heartland in shades of orange and gold. The air feels thick, charged like the moment before a storm breaks. Jack stands near the old corral, his weathered hat in hand, eyes fixed on the barn where Nathan's been hiding all day. He knows this conversation can't wait any longer. Secrets don't rest easy at Heartland. They crawl under the skin until truth is the only way to breathe again. Nathan steps out from the barn just as Jack starts walking toward him. His hands are dusty, his shirt clings with sweat, but his eyes, they're empty. He already knows why Jack's here. There's no running left to do. Jack stops a few feet away, the gravel crunching beneath his boots. "We need to talk," he says simply. Nathan nods, his voice quiet. "I figured you'd say that." For a moment, neither man speaks. The silence between them feels heavier than words. Then Jack breaks it, his tone calm but edged with truth. "You told me what happened. You said you didn't mean for it to go that far. I believe that. But believing doesn't erase what you did." Nathan's jaw tightens. "I know. I wish I could take it back, Jack. I've been trying to make things right here, hoping maybe I could start over." Jack shakes his head slowly. Heartland isn't a place you come to forget. It's a place you come to face who you are. The words hit hard. Nathan looks away, fighting back emotion. "If Amy finds out, she'll never look at me the same." Jack takes a step closer, his voice softer now. "You're right. It'll hurt her, but lies hurt worse. If you care about this family like you say you do, then you need to tell her yourself. Don't let her hear it from anyone else." Nathan's eyes flicker with panic. "What if she hates me?" Jack sighs deeply. "Then you live with it." Because facing the truth isn't about what people think, it's about being able to look yourself in the mirror again. The wind picks up, carrying the faint sounds of horses and rustling leaves. The whole ranch seems to hold its breath. Jack's gaze softens, but his voice stays firm. "I've seen good men lose their way, Nathan, but I've also seen them find it again when they had the courage to come clean." Nathan swallows hard, his hands trembling slightly. Then he nods. "I'll tell her. Tonight." Jack puts his hat back on, nodding once. That's the right thing to do. As Nathan turns toward the house, Jack watches him go, his chest heavy with a mix of relief and sadness. He knows this will break Amy's heart, but hiding the truth would break it worse. Some lessons can't be taught with words. They're learned through pain, honesty, and forgiveness. When the door closes behind Nathan, Jack turns back to the horizon. The last of the sunlight fades, and the sky deepens into night. Another storm has passed, but the air still hums with what's to come. The house is quiet when Nathan finally steps inside. Only the soft crackle of the fireplace fills the room. Amy sits at the kitchen table, brushing Lindy's little toy horse with absent-minded care. She looks up when she hears him, her face lighting with the kind warmth that always makes Heartland feel like home. But tonight, Nathan can't meet her eyes. The weight of his secret presses harder than ever. Amy, he begins, his voice barely above a whisper. There's something I need to tell you. The tone of his words wipes the smile from her face. She sets the toy down slowly. What is it? Nathan draws in a shaky breath. Before I came here, before Heartland, I was part of something I'm not proud of. A land deal that hurt people. Families lost everything because of what I helped do. His voice cracks, thick with regret. I didn't know the truth at first, but when I did, I was too much of a coward to stop it. For a moment, Amy says nothing. The room feels still so still that Nathan can hear his own heartbeat. Then she stands, her eyes glistening with disbelief. You mean the Myers? Grandpa told me about them. You were part of that? Nathan nods slowly. I didn't come here to hide, Amy. I came here because I wanted to be better. I thought if I worked hard enough, if I did good things, maybe it would erase what I'd done. Tears fill Amy's eyes, but not from anger, at least not entirely. You can't erase the past, Nathan, she says softly, but you can't heal it by pretending it never happened either. Nathan looks down. I know. I just didn't want to lose the only place that's ever felt like home. At that moment, Jack steps into the room. He's been standing in the doorway, silent, letting the two of them face what had to be faced. Amy turns to him, searching his face for direction, but Jack only nods toward Nathan. He did the right thing, Amy. That's what matters now. Amy wipes her eyes, steadying herself. I can't forget it, Nathan. Not yet. But I can see you're sorry. And maybe, in time, I'll forgive you. Nathan exhales, shoulders trembling with relief and shame all at once. That's more than I deserve. Jack steps forward, placing a hand on Nathan's shoulder. Maybe. But around here, we don't measure people by what they were, we measure them by who they're trying to be outside. The wind settles, and the night finally feels calm again. The ranch seems to exhale with them, as if Heartland itself understands what's just happened. The truth has come out, and though it's painful, it brings a strange kind of peace. Later, as Amy watches Nathan step out into the moonlight, she glances toward her grandfather on the porch. Jack meets her eyes and gives a slow nod. Some lessons at Heartland are hard, but necessary. Truth, forgiveness, and family, those are the roots that hold it all together. Morning light spills over the hills, washing Heartland in gold. The storm has passed, leaving behind that rare stillness that only follows hard truths. Amy, Nathan, and Jack move through their routines quietly, each carrying the weight of last night in different ways. The horses sense it too. The air feels calmer, yet charged, as if something new is about to begin. Jack finishes his morning coffee on the porch, his gaze steady on the horizon. For the first time in days, he feels a small sense of peace. Nathan had done the right thing. The truth had hurt, but it hadn't destroyed them. Heartland has seen darker days and survived them all. Jack believes maybe this will be another chapter they can heal from. But peace at Heartland never lasts long. The sound of a truck approaching breaks the morning quiet. It's the mail carrier from Hudson, stopping at the gate. Jack waves him down, thinking it's just another routine delivery. The man hands him a small brown envelope, no return address. Just Nathan's name written in bold, sharp handwriting. Jack frowns, turning it over in his weathered hands. Something about it feels off. Mail for you, Nathan, he calls as Nathan steps out from the barn. Nathan wipes the dust from his hands and takes the envelope. The moment he sees the writing, his expression changes, color drains from his face. His hands tremble slightly. Amy notices instantly. Nathan? What is it? He doesn't answer. He tears the envelope open slowly, almost afraid of what's inside. A single folded page slips out, covered in familiar handwriting. Jack watches as Nathan reads, his eyes darting across the words. Then he freezes, his breath catching. What's wrong? Jack asks, his voice firm but concerned. Nathan looks up, his voice breaking. It's from the man I met that night, the one who gave me the envelope at the feed mill. He swallows hard. He says someone knows everything. The deal, the cover-up, and they're coming to Heartland. The silence that follows is heavy. Amy's eyes widen in disbelief. Jack's jaw tightens. The calm of the morning dissolves like mist. Jack steps closer, his voice low and steady. "You need to tell us everything, Nathan. Who this man is, and what he wants." Nathan nods slowly, fear flickering in his eyes. "It's not what he wants, Jack. It's who he's bringing with him." The camera of imagination pulls back, showing the vast ranch under the rising sun, a place of beauty, peace, and now, new danger. Jack looks out across the fields, the weight of old ghosts returning to his shoulders. "Whatever this is," he mutters, "we'll face it."